All right, so we're here on set at CCWHQ with the man himself, Dave Richards. We've got your gravel bike here. What can you tell us about it?
It's the Cervelo Áspero, the 2021 4C tab, carbon red, absolutely beautiful bike. It's the most versatile bike that I've ever ridden.
It's a great looking bike. Love the paint job. Give us a bit of a walkthrough of the components you're running. Let's start with the cockpit.
So cockpit, we've changed out the cockpit that comes with it. We've added in the new zip cockpit with stem, the new Zip Explorer bars, and the new stem plate, which has the integrated computer and GoPro/light mount.
Yeah, it looks super neat, super smart. Got some nice looking Supercaz bar tape too.
About due for a change, but yes, absolutely.
Oh, it's held up well.
Yeah.
What about the rest of the bike?
So other things that we've changed, we have popped on a Quark power meter, and we ran stock tyres to start with. Change of seasons, so we're moving to the Pirelli mixed terrain, a little bit more grip and so forth now that the weather's sort of changed a little bit for the worse. I'm running it tubeless. That's the other thing I think is a must for gravel bikes. I think running those lower pressures, really making use of the tyre, and basically the best footprint you can get on the surface is going to give you the best grip, and I think those lower pressures enable that.
100%. What kind of tyre pressures would you normally run? What's your go-to?
These are about 35, 36 in the front, and about 38, 39 in the back.
Yeah, and you feel like that gives you a good mix for all conditions? Absolutely.
Look, if I'm spending a little bit more time on bitumen, a bit more mixed terrain, I might run a little bit higher, but typically I don't spend as much time on bitumen on these. I'm mainly on gravel, so I try to run that little bit lower pressure.
Yeah.
The other thing that I would probably add is the dawn to dusk carbon bottle cages, the sideburns. They very strong. They allow me to feed from that side easily. Corrugations, I've hit some serious corrugations. These things have held up really well.
They look super snug. Have you ever lost a bottle with them?
Never. And I've covered some serious terrain, so never.
Not bad.
Yeah.
All right. So what can you tell us about your spares setup, and what do you run in terms of accessories on your bike, on your sort of daily gravel rides, that kind of thing?
Okay. So let's talk spares first. So as I said, I'm running tubeless. I still carry a tube. So I run a tube and a cylinder underneath my saddle here. I run my feed out of this bag here. Nice easy access. I also carry Dynaplug, cylinders, that sort of thing. The usual stuff that you're going to carry.
Now you said this is an incredibly versatile bike. You can do a bit of everything in it. Can you talk us through the kind of rides you've taken this bike on?
We run Thursday night gravel rides. Some of the terrain is quite varied, from simple road and gravel and bike path, that sort of thing, right up into the Dandenong ranges, where there's just so many tracks and so many fire breaks or fire trails, if you will. Some of them can be quite technical, especially if there's been a bit of rain and so forth. So quite varied sort of surface.
Yep. All right. So looking ahead, what kind of plans have you got for this bike in the future?
Look, our focus is obviously gravel, and probably the longer gravel events. At the moment, the next one on the calendar, I think for us, is around about May in King Valley. Then I think what you're going to see is us try and build a little bit more towards those in the back half of the year. Hopefully they'll run a gravel nationals again.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, looking forward to hearing more news about that. At some stage in the future, you might see us taking these overseas as well, and one day you might see us turn up at like a Dirty Kansas or something like that in the US. That would be fantastic.
You've heard it here first, folks. Dave at the Dirty Kansas.
Or maybe even transcontinental. You never know.
That could be a nice one to do as well.
You never know. This would be a great bike for transcontinental.
Definitely, definitely.
Yep.
What are the odds on maybe seeing you at a cyclocross event?
I don't know that I'm built for cyclocross, but you never know. You never know.
Are you planning on keeping this bike around for a bit longer, or?
Oh look, every year I like to try and promote, the new season stuff. Especially this bike is such a good bike. I'll be looking to move this on at some stage and support the new season Cervelo Asperos when they come out.
Definitely. This is your second gravel bike you've had?
Yeah, the second Aspero, yep.
They're an incredibly versatile bike. You definitely think you're always going to keep one in the stable?
Absolutely. I thoroughly recommend the Aspero. I know that the gravel category, I think you'd call it, is only going to continue to grow, and I think that there are going to be more and more events on offer. And I think you're going to see more and more people riding gravel bikes. So it's just such a versatile bike. It can deal with most surfaces.
Yeah. So if you were to pick between your road bike and your gravel bike, if you were to have one bike,
this would be the one. Unfortunately, I love my Zelco Max. Always have. I've ridden a number of them, but this would be the bike.